Hello and welcome to the draw for the 2016 Barclays ATP World Tour Finals, to be staged here at the O2 Arena in London from the 13th to the 20th of November. The world's best 8 singles players and top 8 doubles teams gathering under one roof to make one final push at this season-ending finale. And there's a lot at stake this year, with the year-end world #1 in both singles and doubles to be decided. And of course, London really looking forward to welcoming the newly crowned world #1 in Andy Murray. Well, we hope to be hearing from Andy Murray live shortly after the draw has taken place, along with some of the other players. But first of all, I'd like to welcome to the stage the ATP Executive Chairman and President, Chris Kermode. Chris, it hardly seems a year since we were last here at the O2. London has become such a home for this event, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, when we started this in 2009, no one thought this arena would work, and very quickly it became the greatest music venue in the world. And I think now we have a chance every year, once a week, to make it the greatest sports venue in the world. This is our 8th year here. This is the greatest indoor tennis event in the world ever. We get over 250,000 people every single year. And this is the Super Bowl of tennis. Players earn their ranking points from January through to now. And it's the top 8. Everyone earns their place. They fought incredibly hard. And this year is going to be one of the most exciting, I think, we've ever had with this race to be world #1. Yeah,
it's so perfectly timed, isn't it? And of course, the anticipation of Andy Murray now, and pretty much you could call it his home tournament, coming here as world #1. It's going to make the clamour for tickets even greater.
Yeah, I mean, huge. As I said, 250,000 seats, that we sell every single year. There are still some tickets available, but they're going very, very fast as a result of, Andy's race. He's now #1, but he's got to retain that throughout this tournament. With the likes of Novak here and Stan and Gael Monfils and all the others there. It's so tight, and the depth in men's professional tennis these days is the best I think it's ever been.
Yes, indeed. Why do you think, just going back to the London factor, London has become such a great home for this event? What is it that's made London special?
I think it was putting it in a home for a long period of time. It was an event that has moved around the world throughout its history, sort of 2-3 years in various places. So I think to bring it here and make it a home here at the O2 has really established roots for an event. In location near to Paris, the Masters event in Paris, so it's very easy for the players to come here. And everyone wants to come to London. It's, one of the major cities of the world. And I think what we put on here, the show and everything, makes it a really special occasion.
Certainly does. It's going to be another fabulous 8 days. For the moment, Chris, thank you very much indeed. We'll be asking Jerry Armstrong, the tournament referee, onto the stage shortly to make the singles draw. But we made the draw for the doubles tournament a little bit earlier on. And here is how it has shaped up. We're using the finals club names again for the 2 groups. We've got Fleming McEnroe and Edberg Yared. In that Fleming McEnroe group, we have the current world #1s, Erber and Mahou. And joining them in that group, the Lopez brothers. They're not brothers at all. It's Mark and Feliciano Lopez, of course. Winners at Roland Garros this year. Continent and Piers, who've just won in Paris, and Raven Klaasen and Rajiv Ram, semi-finalists at Wimbledon back in the summer. Jamie Murray and Bruno Suarez will be looking to reclaim that world #1 spot. Remember, earlier on in the year, they won both the Australian and the US Open titles. The most successful doubles team in history, the Bryan brothers, are here once again, 4-time champions. Also in that group, Ivan Dodig and Marcelo Melo. And Treat Huey and Max Mirny making his 10th appearance at the year-end finals. So let's move on to the singles then and invite Jerry Armstrong, the tournament referee, up onto the stage to make the draw. Jerry,
hey,
very good to see you again.
Pleased to meet you again.
How's your year been?
Busy.
Glad to hear it.
But it gets busier every year, so that's par for the course for us.
Jerry, just explain how the draw will work with the 8 singles players.
Well, we have our 8 singles players, and we have the same format as we've used every year. We will split them into 2 groups of 4 and play a round-robin format, with our semi-finals on the following Saturday and our finals on the Sunday. So quite a simple format, but shall we?
And two groups, just first of all, before we draw, and we've gone for the John McEnroe group and the Ivan Lendl group, former champions here, and we're recognising this year champions of the 1980s. Andy Murray, as he is the new world #1 and the #1 seed, is in the John McEnroe group. Novak Djokovic in that Ivan Lendl group. So we're now going to draw out pairs of names to see which teams or which players will join which team. So Jerry, if I could ask you to pick up the bag, take the counters, which has got the names of the number 3 and 4 seeds, which are
Milos Raonic and Stan Wawrinka.
But the other way around.
Exactly. So the first one out will be in our John McEnroe group, and we will have here Stan Wawrinka.
Stan Wawrinka goes into the John McEnroe group. That's Andy Murray's group.
And in the Ivan Lendl group will be Milos Raonic.
And Milos Raonic teams up with the Novak Djokovic group. There you are. Andy Murray, Stan Wawrinka. Novak Djokovic, Milos Raonic. So let's go for the next two, which are seeds 5 and 6, Jerry, and that's Kei Nishikori and Gael Monfils making his debut here. It'd be great to see him here at the O2.
Right, our first one out will be in John McEnroe group. We have Kei Nishikori.
So Kei Nishikori is going to be in the same group as Andy Murray and Stan Wawrinka.
No.
It's a deep bag, isn't it?
It is a deep bag. And Gael Monfils will be in our Ivan Lendl group.
And let's just confirm that. Murray, Wawrinka, Nishikori, Djokovic, Raonic and Monfils. So the final two names then, which are, Jerry?
Dominic Thiem will be our number 8 seed, and Marin Cilic, number 7 seed.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Dominic Thiem, 23 years old, making his debut here as well.
And in our John McEnroe group, we have Marin Cilic.
So Marin Cilic will be in the same group as Andy Murray and co.
And our last one out will be Dominic Thiem, will be in the Ivan Lendl group.
Super stuff. Jerry, thank you very much indeed. And just to explain how that works then, as we look at the final lineups, Andy Murray, Stan Wawrinka, Nishikori and Marin Cilic. And then Novak Djokovic, Raonic, Monfils and Thiem. It's a round robin first of all. And then the two top players at the end of the round robin will go through to contest the semi-finals. And I'm sure many people, of course, looking forward to an Andy Murray-Novak Djokovic year-end world #1 showdown. And I'm delighted to say that Andy Murray now joins us live via video link. And Andy, first of all, many congratulations on reaching that world #1 slot. Here you are officially. This is day #1. Did it feel any different when you woke up this morning?
No, not really. Same as every other day when I'm at home, obviously. You know, like yesterday was a great day, you know, winning in Paris. But yeah, just normal day again at home with my family.
And I guess that's one of the great things about being in London, Andy, is that you can now travel to and from home. How much of a difference does that make to you?
Well, actually, I mean, every year I've stayed in the hotel. A few nights I've stayed at home during the event, but it's a long way from where I live. It's an hour and a half in the car, so I've always just stayed in the hotel. But hopefully, you know, this year I'm going to try and stay at home. Yeah, and see how that goes.
Yeah, indeed. And your timing of getting to #1, I know it's happened sooner than even you imagined, but actually it's pretty perfect, isn't it, that you will now come to London as the world #1 in what ostensibly we could call your home tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously nice, you know, for that to happen and to get to play in London, being ranked 1. But you know, I think once you get out on the court, you're not sort of thinking about your ranking. I mean, you're playing against the best players in the world in this event. You know, the top 8 players are here. Every match is extremely tough, and yeah, I look forward to getting out there. It's obviously an amazing atmosphere playing at the O2. They get great crowds every year, so it'll be good fun.
How are you feeling in terms of your freshness? Because you've won 5 tournaments now on the trot. Is there enough left in the tank now to go all the way come next Sunday week?
I'm trying to take a few days rest now. You know, obviously finished on Sunday in Paris. I'll start hitting again probably on Thursday. But yeah, need a few days break now, and then start practicing again. Near the weekend, and it's one big push I think for final push for all of the guys in the event. Everyone's played a lot of tennis this year, and hopefully everyone can play well.
Indeed. Andy, if you just hold on just for a moment, I just want to bring in Gael Monfils, who I'm delighted to say joins us now. Gael, welcome, and welcome to the O2 and the World Tour finals for the first time. You're 30 years old. What's taken you so long to get here?
I don't know. Maybe luck, I guess. But it's at the end, I'm very happy to be here. It's the first time, but I'm very proud and very proud of be part of this big tournament.
Gael, Andy is listening in. Andy, I just wonder if you might have any words of advice or encouragement for Gael as he is a debutant at this event?
Well, I mean, I think the crowd will. We're very lucky to have Gael on the tournament. He's one of the most entertaining guys on the tour. Unbelievable athlete, and he deserves to be here this year. He's had a really good year from start to finish. Even with a few injuries, he still managed to get in quite comfortably. So yeah, I'm sure Gael will enjoy the atmosphere there. It's very different to a lot of the tournaments we play. So I'm sure he's looking forward to it. And yeah, he doesn't need that.
He's waving to you. Andy, we're going to leave it there for you. Thank you so much, and we look forward to welcoming you here next week. Thank you, Andy.
Cool. Andy.
Gael, yeah, as Andy said there, I mean, injuries have been a problem for you in the past, but this year has been phenomenal. It's been your most successful season so far. What has made the difference this year for you?
I guess different being the way I've been handling my job outside of the court and definitely on the court. I think a good change with my team. I think my new coach bring me a lot of new tips and actually helped me to understand so much better. A lot of things, and actually I guess we work hard, and now it's paying off.
And I know you're working that really hard nowadays, but people when they see you out on court are going to expect a bit of flair, a bit of entertainment. Are you prepared to bring that as well to the O2?
This is very natural, and definitely I heard a lot of great stuff about the O2, and I think definitely it's an exciting challenge for me, and definitely with the win and the atmosphere, I'm sure you guys will see some great tennis and great show.
Maybe that was Novak Djokovic ringing you, because you're in the same group as Novak. Who else have you got? You got Raonic and Dominic Thiem, of course, who is another novice in terms of coming to the O2. What do you make of that draw for you?
So let me have a look. So yeah, it's a good draw. I think with Novak and Milos and Dominic, I think it's a tough competition. We all played each other, except with Dominic this year, and I have tough battle against Milos and against Novak. So, I expect to bring the best of myself if I want to beat those guys.
Great stuff, Gael. We really look forward to welcoming you here, and I hope it's going to be a great tournament for you. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Okay, next on the line, I'm delighted to say Stan Wawrinka, who's here for a fourth successive year. Stan, very good afternoon. Great to see you there.
Good afternoon.
3 times a semi-finalist here. Do you think you can go one better this year?
We'll see. We'll see. So far, it's been an amazing experience every year there. It's a tough competition with the best player in the world. Never easy, but always enjoy the conditions. So hopefully I can get ready for the first match.
It's been another amazing year for you, Stan, that winning the US Open. How much of a surprise was that to you, that you got yet another Grand Slam title on your belt and just one more to go?
Yeah, it was something really special for sure. Something amazing feeling also to play well in New York at the US Open, beating Novak Djokovic again in amazing tennis in final. So for sure, it was a big surprise.
You've got the new world #1 in your group. You're in Andy's group. Just your thoughts on Andy actually getting up to world #1 at the weekend.
It's been amazing what he's done this year, but also the past 10 years. He's an amazing player. He's been fighting for everything in his tennis. He's been winning almost everything, and he deserves it. He's playing so well recently, and I think he deserves it. It's going to be good for him to play at home by being #1 just now. So it's going to be an interesting tournament.
You've had some pretty memorable moments here at the O2. Any particular ones that stand out? Any particular favourite moments?
The first time I played, my first match against Tomas Berdych was a great feeling, and also a tough moment when I lost against Roger in semi-final with all those match won, but at the end was a great memories.
Well, we wish you well, Stan, and we look forward to seeing you here again in a few days' time. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
So Stan certainly knows his way around here. What about Dominic Thiem? Like Monfils, he's here for the very first time and joins us now live. Dominic, many congratulations for getting into, well, first of all, breaking into the top 10 earlier on in the year, and now you're here, one of the top 8 players in London. What does that mean to you?
Thanks a lot, first of all, and yeah, of course it's a big dream coming true, and yeah, also at the end it got a little bit lucky, and I want to thank Andy and thank Milos if they're hearing a lot, because they made it happen for me.
Yes, you were slightly reliant on other players' results for you to actually break through at the end of the day, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I was a lot on the phone in the last days during Paris to watch all the live scores, because yeah, I was really dependable on the results. And yeah, when Milos kicked out Tsonga, then it happened, and I was probably the happiest guy in the world when it happened.
I bet you were. It's tremendous feat at the end of what has been an amazing year for you. Let's just take a look, remind ourselves of the groups and where you fit in. You're in the same group as Novak, as Milos, and fellow debutant Monfils. What are your thoughts on meeting up with those guys next week?
Well, the group is very interesting, but it's anyway, I think, a big pleasure to play with the 8 best guys of the season, and everybody already at least one time, and yeah, cannot wait for the first match.
Okay, Dominic, we're getting a bit of interference on your signal, but thank you very much for joining us. Many congratulations and the best of luck. We look forward to welcoming you here to the O2 in the next few days. Well, Marin Cilic has had an incredible surge at the end of the season to get through to the O2 for the second time, and Marin is with us as well on the line. Marin, welcome, and how thrilled were you to have got through? Because earlier on, not that many months back, it looked like you might be struggling to qualify.
Well, yeah, definitely. It was really exciting last few months, especially last few weeks for me, as you know, I was in the race again after you know, being in the race for last few years as well, and definitely really happy with the way I was playing. Obviously, in Basel a couple of weeks ago, also last week in Paris, I had a tough matchup against David Goffin, obviously in the third round, as he was also in a race for London, and definitely really excited to make it again to here, and you know, I'm really happy to be a part of this very specific group of players, and definitely for the special place here at the O2 Arena, and to enjoy to be a part of this tournament.
Well, you certainly deserve. You've earned your place, and a first win ever over Novak Djokovic in Paris. If you get through to the semi-finals, you could be meeting him again here.
Well, yeah, that would be definitely a great achievement for me. First time that I played here in London, I was struggling also a little bit with injury before that, but now it's a little bit different form, and I'm enjoying it at the moment. And our group is I guess really tough, and we'll see who's going to go through. But definitely, it's going to be very exciting in every match.
You realise it's going to be very noisy when you step out onto court against Andy Murray. I'm sure you'll have some support, but he might just have a little bit more. Could that be a problem for you?
Not really. I mean, that's going to be as expected as Andy is here a home favorite now, a new number one. Definitely, it's going to entertain the crowd, and it's going to bring a huge excitement to all of his matches, and definitely it's going to be a huge excitement and enjoyment to play here and to play him. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's a part also to enjoy and to experience this kind of atmosphere at the arena. And just I hope I'm going to get at least some support from the crowd.
Oh, I'm sure you will, Marin. We wish you the very best of luck and look forward to seeing you here in the coming days. Thanks for joining us.
No problem, my pleasure.
So let's just see how the schedule then matches up. Starting on Sunday, the first match on court in the afternoon session will be the doubles with the Bryan brothers, four-time champions here, up against Ivan Dodig and Marcelo Melo. And that's followed in the afternoon with Novak Djokovic looking to re-clinch that world number one spot for the end of the season. And he faces, first of all, Dominic Thiem, making his debut here. Then the evening session was Jamie Murray and Bruno Suarez. They've had a fantastic year together, just got together at the beginning of the year, won the Australian Open title, then went on to win the US Open title. Looking to reclaim that world number one spot, they take on Treat Huey and Max Mirny. And the evening session, Milos Raonic against Gael Monfils. And for Monday, the afternoon, is the current world number ones in the doubles, Nicolas Mahut and Pierre-Hugues Herbert against Ravin Klassen and Rajiv Ram. And Stan Wawrinka will be on in the afternoon up against Kei Nishikori. Feliciano and Mark Lopez will take on Continental peers who just won in Paris. That's in the evening session, followed by the new world number one Andy Murray, who will be up against Marin Cilic. And that's all from the O2 for today. Thank you for tuning in and watching the draw. It is going to be a fantastic 8 days. If you can't get down here, I hope you'll find some way of watching. Thanks for tuning in.